break this lick down. Let me show you. Basically, it's a D rock. So I was thinking the D minor pentatonic, but the progression I was playing was a D power chord. Then that middle finger on the 3rd fret. Then index on the 2nd fret. And then a power chord on that 1st fret. So it's like... So we're going to be right in this D minor pentatonic scale. And that root is right there on the 10th fret of the high E. But what we're going to do is we're going to bend this 13th fret of the B string up to that root. So there's the root. So that's the first phrase we're going to do. We're going to start with that big bend. Bend, 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 bend. So we're just bending up to that root. That's probably the most powerful blues lick you can do, is an accurate bend up to the root. Throw some vibrato on it at the end if you can. For whatever reason, the vibrato is easier when my thumb's up here. When I'm vibratoing. I don't think that's a word, sorry. But I'm using the vibrato here at the top of the bend. So now we need this phrase. And so we're doing the root right here from the bend of the root to the regular root without a bend on the 10th of the high E. And so that's the 10th fret of the high E, 13 on the B, 10 on the B. So once we do that little part ended on the 10 of the B, then we're going to do 12 on the G in this little box, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, and this can be a pull off, back on. Watch again. That can be a pull off as well, 13 to the 10. I think in the intro I was picking them both though. Pull off, back on, from the top. Okay, so that's a really cool little technique where I'm playing the root right here, and I'm going back to it from the 10th on the G and the B together. And then you do the same thing on the 12th fret of the G and the B. Where you're rolling your finger over, and that's just a good little technique all its own. So let me show you how that fits in. So I hit. So we're doing the double here. So then I'm doing the double G and B string on the 12th fret there. Then I release to the 10th of the G. And then I'm going to go to the 12th fret on the G and do a whole step bend, a slow bend. Let's see if we can do that from this phrase. Okay, so now we're getting into that upper register, that we all love in that pentatonic scale. So check it out. When you're bending this G string right here up, I'm using my ring and my middle finger, and I'm bending that 12th fret of the G string up slowly. And then my index finger is free, and it's going to want to cover the 10th fret of the B and the high E. So I'm doing this bend, and we're still hearing the bend. Like that. And as we're getting over back to the B, so we do the bend, B string, high E, B. By the time we're back at the B, our ring finger and middle finger have gone off the G string. See that? Actually, when you get to that B, it's coming off, and my right hand is just muting whatever I'm not picking, so it travels down, muting the other strings. Back to the B, so bend, B, high E, B, back to that root bend. Look at that. Then we're going to go to 10, 13 on the high E, and we do this classic thing I taught you earlier, 10, 13, then that index is still planted on the 10, hammer on, pull off. Look again. Then we go to the 13 of the B, so now you could use your pinky or your ring finger, but once I get to a bend again on the B string, I'm always bending with my ring and middle finger. That's up to you, but that's what I've done, and that's what I'll always do. So I'm using my pinky for all that, but then as soon as I go to the bend, I switch fingers. Some guys will just do, in fact, I think Clapton, most of the time, was index ring finger. I'm going to leave that up to you, but so we've got so 13B back to the 10 of the high E. Then I'm going to bend that 13 of the B string up to the root. Once I do that B string bend there, I like to go back to that root natural. So then down the scale. Watch again. Put it all together. Let me try and do all those licks super slow.